After Bitcoin and Ethereum's pump yesterday with the ETF news, things are looking bullish. I have this very important chart I need to go over with you guys. There's many signs here that I need to point out from an Elliott Wave perspective. If we are going to get this final leg up to 78K, these are the signs pointing against that move, saying that we are rejecting here. We're going to start coming down. You need to be aware of these things, guys. We're going to go over a monster downside move count that you need to be aware of. We're also going to go over some upside options as well. We got to hit Ethereum today, guys. I feel good about these charts, and I need to share them with you. If you're new to the channel, I use Elliott Wave theory to come up with high probability trades. Join the Discord. It's free, linked in the description down below. Yesterday was a crazy freaking day in premium. Had some beautiful calls. We called the Ethereum short before it happened. Let's zoom in and see what happened. Oh, beautiful. We called this short right here. I said fire and short at ETH right now, great rejection off the 1-to-1. I finished flat. I also posted Bitcoin's movement I wanted to see at the same time. Another wave down to 66.5. And we in fact did get another wave down to 66.5. Perfect rejection. This is how that trade went, guys. It didn't move anything. That was exactly what happened. Sometimes you're just good. If you're not in premium, daily alerts, 24/7 live Elliott Wave charts. I'm always in the chat. There's an Elliott Wave course included in the membership. You get free indicators, other educational subjects and topics. I'll see you in there. Enough of that. Let's get into the good stuff. What are you here for? I'm going to zoom out on this real quick so you can see where we're at. I'm on the 2-hour time frame. We can go 4-hour. We can go 4-hour. If this is going to be a finished wave to the upside, I need 5 waves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That would be our finishing impulse to the upside, breaking the all-time high up to around 76, 78K. And then I think it's downside from there. I am extremely skeptical of this upside move actually playing out. A lot of people think we're going to the upside here on Bitcoin. We're hitting to the upside here on Ethereum. And I don't blame you for thinking that way. If that was the case, we would count this as a WXY correction and then a final impulse to the upside. Very live, very real count. I'm not denying that. But let's zoom in and let's analyze this so-called impulse wave to the upside and see what's wrong with it. I hope you guys learned something today in this video. Like the video if you get something out of this. Subscribe to the channel, guys. Show some love. It really helps me out. Now, first thing is the time it took for our wave 2. Our wave 2 here. I took this exact measurement, put it right here. And as you can see, wave 4 ended up being shorter in time than wave 2. Doesn't invalidate it as a wave 4, but you don't usually see that. You usually say wave 4 at least be equal or, 1.618 of the move, somewhere on here. That would be your wave 4. But to be less in time than wave 2, it's unusual. Hint number 1, that this is not a wave 4. Hint number 2, it retraced pretty low, almost tapped the top of wave 1, which would have invalidated it as a wave 4. We came very close, as you can see, to around 66.5, 66.3. Extremely close. If you pull a fib retracement of this supposed 3-wave. Came down to the 0.5 fib, which, you know, that's fine. In a perfect world, you're going to want to see it come to the 382 and reject, which we basically, you know, we held 382, dipped down to the 0.5. Nothing really to see there, but it did come extremely close to this 1 wave. Also, number 3, daily momentum is just clipped right now. Does this have enough juice to go and break all-time high? RSI seems like it's kind of high. If this breaks all-time high, that would mean momentum is going to do some junk like this. And that would be just too much of a heavy wave for me. You know, when you get a heavy wave like that, you'd expect corrective action and then another push higher like we're getting, instead of a wicked fast impulse down. So if that is the case, just going off of the indicators, it would look like something more like this, and then we're going to go even higher, which could be the case. I've just traded with these indicators way too long, traded using Elliott Wave way too long. You kind of get a feel for how these things go. So, if this is not an impulse wave finishing to the upside, then what do we have on our hands here? What do we have on our hands? If this is not a finishing wave to the upside, this could be a monster descent to the downside, where, in fact, we had a 1 wave put in, another 1 wave put in, which was the start of our 3 wave. We corrected that. Invalidation would be breaking this. We did not break that high. So, if you zoom in right here, we could be putting in just a set of 1-2s, 1-2, big time impulse down. And I'm going to show you a different count as well, that Ethereum looks more like it could happen on that chart. And if we zoom into the hourly and we look at more immediate price action, exactly where this trend line is drawn right here, you're going to want this trend line really to hold, guys. You really want this to hold. And if it does, you can have an extreme series of 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's just a bunch of 1-2s getting put in for a massive impulsive wave. You know, if I am just looking at this, honestly, I'm counting this as a WXY, which was my original plan in Discord. It still is my plan. A correction down, correction up, correction down, double correction, WXY correction, and now we're looking for a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up out of here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 looking for 5. Break of this trend line is going to be pivotal for this count of the WXY. And then the final impulse wave. Break of this trend line would be important for me. Ultimately, this right here would need to hold and not be broken for this to be a series of 1-2s to the downside. Now we're going to come back to this. We have to look at Ethereum first, and I'm going to show you. Everyone thinks Ethereum is about to break all-time high right now. Everyone. Or the local high, at least, that was put in. Which it looks like it's going to. Don't get me wrong. But this count right here looks way better to me. I'm sorry. It just does. And that count is an ABC, or more specifically, a flat correction, where we have a correction down. Here, let me draw it. We have a correction down, ABC. We have a WXY correction up. That WXY retraced to the 0.9 fib, tapped off of it perfectly, right on the 0.9, which is a perfect spot for a flat correction. If we do have a rejection here, expect a fast and violent wave down, an impulsive wave that comes, sucks up this liquidity in this section right here, and then Ethereum will have the strength to go. If we look on the daily time frame, guys, I mean, RSI is capped out, momentum is capped out. I want to see a big reset of daily RSI. This would do it for me. It would do it for me. And then you would have the power, you would have the force, you would have the momentum to have your monster move to the upside. That would complete my massive WXY to the upside, which would coincide with Bitcoin's count. Now, another count, as we go back to Bitcoin, that would look similar to Ethereum's shape. Now, Bitcoin doesn't have to move exactly as Ethereum moves. If Ethereum comes and breaks all-time high, Bitcoin can just retrace, and Ethereum can take off. If you look at the ETH BTC chart, I mean, the thing looks nasty. Let's look at the ETH BTC chart. Stay with me, guys. This is all important. You need to know this stuff. You need to be prepared. We're gonna go to the 4 hour on ETH BTC. Look at this thing. I mean, you could say that you have a flat here. We're looking for an impulsive wave to the upside. Maybe come take this liquidity out. As we zoom out, daily RSI is pretty oversold. The weekly, man, the weekly looks so bullish to me. Why does it look so bullish? The weekly looks so bullish to me on the ETH BTC chart. I want to see a nice reset of weekly RSI and really want to see this start hitting up. Have this reset and then come down. So keep this in mind, this flat correction. What can we sketch up for BTC? Now, I'm going to zoom out. If this was a series of 1-2s on BTC and we're looking for a mega move to the downside, what likes to happen is BTC will have its initial move down, take out the lower liquidity when Ethereum takes out its lower liquidity here, both an impulsive move. And as Bitcoin corrects that impulsive move, Ethereum takes off. And it's off to the races for Ethereum and altcoins. It's alt season, baby. That's your alt season. While BTC just simply corrects this move and then big time dump and then big time dump on ETH and alts, right? If we look back into history, if we open up our history books, this move right here and the following correction, this was November 2021 to January 2022. If you look at Ethereum, what ended up happening was, oh no, it was right here, this one. May 21 to July 21. Yeah. So this initial move down. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. We got to go smaller time frame. This is what we're looking for. This initial move down. Sheesh, been a long day. This initial move down, Bitcoin retraced its initial move down. If we look at Ethereum, that was right here, I believe. April 21. So Bitcoin put his all-time high in, dumped, retraced that all-time high, and then the real dump happened. Ethereum put in a high, dumped, and then went off to the freaking races. You see that? 100% gain on Ethereum, while Bitcoin only gained 25%. That's the move that could be playing out. If we get an initial dump, like here, initial dump, retrace. On the retrace, Ethereum's liable to just go off to the freaking races here. If we get a move like this, that's 100%. Same scenario. Now, if Bitcoin does want to put in another all-time high, it can do that. And let's show you how that can happen here. Stick with me, guys. If you got questions, leave them in the comments, please. Also in the comments, guys, I ask every video, I feel like, and it's different answers every time. Do you think all-time high is about to get broken on Bitcoin? Do you think this move is working its way up? Do you think all-time high is going to get broken? Or do you think the all-time high has been put in until the next bull run? Do we got higher to go? Or is it down from here? Let me know in the comments. Alright, so here we are. We're on a 6-hour time frame. This is good. Now what I have is some type of corrective wave down, it looks like. A corrective wave up. And what we could be having is a flat correction, impulse. That flat coincides with this flat on Ethereum. Ethereum will go up towards all-time highs. This, all in all, after all this junk, all it is a large W, X, Y. That's a corrective wave. And then Bitcoin can go for its all-time high, 78K. You know, while Bitcoin hits 40%, Ethereum gives you 100%. It's another very real possible count. Both of these scenarios, you're looking at more downside here in the immediate term, guys. That's what I'm trying to get at in this whole video. Instead of, everyone thinks all-time high is going to break right now, and it looks like it's going to. It looks like it's going to. But there's so many signs pointing otherwise that I just cannot ignore. I'm not saying I'm short. I'm not saying I'm long. I'm saying I'm skeptical. Guys, I hope you got something out of this video. Join the Discord, free link in the description below. I do post alerts in there. I'm live in the chats. I mean, I'll be in the chat. Try to respond when I can, guys. Join Premium if you're not in there already. I don't know what you're waiting for. Crushed it this week. Absolutely crushed it this week. Thanks for watching the video, everyone. I love you so much. I'll see you in the next one.